Welcome to another episode of Wham Baam Gamercam, full of crazy car crashes from various video games. Grab your snacks, hit the like button, and enjoy. Officer Caden was responding to a call of a vehicle stopped in the middle of the road. As Caden stopped, an 18-wheeler suddenly barreled through and rear-ended multiple vehicles, barely missing Caden's car. Caden and other officers found the trucker at fault and also discovered he'd been under the influence. Ambush got his Mercedes back from the shop after it had been in an accident several weeks ago. As he was driving through downtown, a Miata driver ran a red light, causing Ambush to crash into him. Revenge was driving early one morning when the driver of a Volkswagen Golf failed to notice a stalled truck in the left lane. The Volkswagen rear-ended the truck at high speed, resulting in serious injuries to the driver. John T sent us this footage of a brutal collision. A vehicle had stalled over a blind hill when a motorcycle came along and rear-ended it. The chaos ended up involving a total of 5 vehicles. Echo was driving his $250,000 Civetta Scintilla on the Autobahn. All of a sudden, a driver in front of him slammed on the brakes. Sadly, Echo rear-ended it before another car also slammed into it. Thankfully, repairing the Scintilla only cost $10,000. Dino was driving down a road on a foggy night when he suddenly encountered a couch in the road. He swerved out of the way, hit another vehicle, and rolled his camper. He contacted the police and his insurance provider. The repair bill was a little over $10,000. Miguel was competing in an off-road race when he went over a jump. While he was in mid-air, he collided with a wooden fence. He spun out in the air before the car behind him pushed him back in the correct direction. Nice save! King Zorb was driving his Nissan GTR at high speed. When he approached a curve, he realized he was going too fast. Sadly, he couldn't slow down. He flew out of the curve before rolling over. His vehicle was completely destroyed. Mr. Hot Dog was driving his new car around a racetrack. He was testing out the vehicle's performance and handling characteristics. As he went into a curve, he lost control and crashed into some safety barriers. Repairing the damage to his car cost $10,000. Ghost Gamer was driving his Hyundai at around 80 miles per hour. All of a sudden, he flew too fast into a sharp curve before crashing into a field. Gavin was driving his supercar, another Civetta Scintilla, when another driver ran a red light. That led to a high-speed collision, totaling both vehicles. Gavin was driving his SUV on a highway when he had to slow down for vehicles stalled in his lane. When he slowed down, he was rear-ended by another vehicle driving at high speed. Twingin titled this clip, "Somehow This Happened," and I think you'll see why. This was both strange and hilarious. This submitter was parked next to his friend's house. All of a sudden, a street cleaning vehicle hit his car, then rolled over. Amazingly, his car only lost a side mirror. Armin was driving his BMW on a highway. He was tailgating an off-road pickup when it merged into the right lane, leaving a car right in front of Armin. He slammed on the brakes, but still rear-ended the vehicle. Once again, Armin was driving his BMW at high speed on a highway. As he attempted to weave through traffic, a van merged right into his path. Armin ended up rear-ending the van at high speed. Non-original guy was driving to the store when he suddenly witnessed something very strange. An SUV flew out of a parking lot and onto the road, smashing into the MPV driving behind our submitter. After the crash, he called first responders and showed his footage to the police. Chris was driving his semi-truck through country roads. Suddenly, he saw goats in the middle of the road. He had to leave his truck to scare off the goats before they finally got out of the road. This submitter sent us footage of a Skoda Fabia losing a tire after hitting a rock. The vehicle flew into the oncoming lane before colliding with an oncoming vehicle. Thankfully, everyone was okay and both vehicles were fixable. David was driving his Shelby Mustang downtown. His driving was pretty reckless most of the time. That led to a situation nobody would ever want to experience. He lost control around a curve and crashed into a police car. David was sentenced to 30 days in prison and fined for reckless driving. CJ was driving his truck at night when he witnessed two other trucks collide. He slammed on the brakes, but sadly, one of the trucks crashed into him after the collision caused him to lose control. This submitter was driving his Ibishu Pessima at high speed on a highway. All of a sudden, a vehicle merged into his lane. He tried to avoid getting sideswiped, but the other vehicle hit him and spun him out, crashing into other vehicles. All involved vehicles were totaled due to the extreme impacts. Gabriel was driving his red Tesla Model 3. He was approaching an intersection where his light was green. As he entered the intersection, he was T-boned by a Honda CR-V. Repairing the damage cost $11,000 US. Dryden was racing his Formula car when he went into a blind curve. All of a sudden, he saw a pace car assisting another wrecked racer. Sadly, Dryden ended up crashing into the pace car at high speed. Owen was stopped at a red light when he witnessed an NPC smash into the car in front of him. The driver then fled the scene, and Owen thinks he was pretty drunk. Jai was driving a Land Rover on a snowy highway. All of a sudden, he lost control, flew off the road, and rolled over before coming to a stop. Daniel YT was driving down a hill when he went too fast into a sharp curve, crashed into the guardrail, and started rolling toward a cliff. Renz was driving his off-road truck in the desert. He was going over some bumpy terrain at high speed when he lost control and started rolling. Sebastian was driving through a neighborhood. All of a sudden, a Mercedes flew out of a driveway and smashed into Sebastian. Both cars were totaled. This submitter was cruising around an industrial site in his Patrol Ibishu Hopper. All of a sudden, he saw a vehicle driving toward him from behind a blind curve. There was nowhere for him to go, so he hoped for the best. Thankfully, his vehicle only sustained minor damage. Want to win a Wham Baam hoodie? We're giving one away every week for 10 weeks. To enter, send a video in to our newest channel, Wham Baam Security Cam. If your video is used in an episode, you'll be entered in the giveaway. Then, make sure you're subscribed to Wham Baam Security Cam so you'll know if you win. Good luck!